All right. Thank you so much for joining tonight. How are you?
How you doing?
Doing good. Nice and chill on this beautiful Monday night. Well, let's go ahead and dive in. Let me give you a brief introduction, and I want to first thank you for showing up and creating this space for you to release, connect, and reflect. This is a safe space, and I am Taharia. I am a life coach and also a mental health advocate. And I am on a mission to just spread love, light, and joy and give you different tools to help you reconnect with yourself and just develop these different awareness tools so you can identify when you might be triggered or when you need to release something. So tonight's session, this is our kickoff session for our Monday evening journaling circles. The goal of the circle is, again, for us to just connect, realign, reflect, and transform, honestly. So to kick it off, I wanted us to start with the theme, Am I the Drama? And if you know, it's kind of catchy right now, that phrase, Am I the Drama? Because of Cardi B's album that she just released. Do you know who Cardi B is?
Well, yeah, I know who she is.
Have you had an opportunity to listen to her album?
No,
Oh,
I don't care for ratchet music and so I'm going out.
I understand. I'm similar. I'm much like that, but I approached and I listened to her album from a place of like non-judgment to just see what she was discussing. And just the theme of her discussion is basically she's coming from what I interpret it as from an unhealed space. I'm not judging her, but I am recognizing the things that she may be doing and saying in the music, which is reflective of being hurt. So I do suggest if you do have an opportunity to listen to it and come from a different lens to pull back because it may hit home on some of the things that she's discussing. But so what we're going to do in tonight's session, we're going to uncover the truth about ourselves and the stories that we tell. Identifying when we might be creating inner or when we might be the ones who are creating the inner and the outer drama, and how to shift that energy into something that's transformational and that's about self-awareness and growth.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. So with that being said, I want us to just first start off with taking a few breaths to create this space. You know, I hope you are somewhere that you're comfortable, that you can relax, and just understand again that this is a safe space. So we're gonna come in here with no judgment and just create whatever the intention is that we're setting for the night. So, I want you to breathe in through your nose, and as you breathe in from your nose, you're gonna start from the bottom of your belly, and you're gonna breathe up and then release. And as you breathe, we're setting the intention. Remember, it's all about Am I the Drama? And this is for transformation purposes only. So as you breathe in, I want you to say to yourself, expand. And as you release, as you exhale, say release, okay? So we're going to breathe in through our nose, expand, release. Again, inhale through your nose, expand, release. You can open your eyes. I hope that breath felt good to set that intention.
They really did.
Good.
Well, that man just beat me on my wrist, though.
All right, cool. I know the babies are just everywhere. But that's okay because this is a space for them too. So Jada just asked me if she can go get one of her little snacks for the night. I'm gonna let her get it before we wrap up. But all right, so the breaths feel good. Remember the intention that we said and then what you want to release for this evening. So with that being said, the next thing that we're going to dive into, we're going to go ahead and just really start off with something that we're proud of that we accomplished this week or notice about ourselves. And then we're going to switch it over to maybe a shared experience where we may have felt some resistance this week and how that felt, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So if you want to kick it off, you can, or I can. Is there anything that you're proud of doing or accomplishing this week?
I am proud of getting out there in the yard and we got this stuff for real.
Yeah. How'd you feel?
Like I was decluttering outside. Um, it brought me some peace because you can look around the yard now and not feel like we look like some hoarders or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. That's good. Good way to self-reflect. Now, is there anything that happened this week that you kind of noticed some resistance?
My willpower. I planned on working out today on the TV. But I am gonna say picking up stuff out the yard, how we were doing and stuff, it provided me with some sort of workout. So I ain't gonna say I completely didn't do nothing. But I did notice that I got a resistance toward doing what I need to do at that time.
Okay. But you got that cardio in, right?
Yes.
Good. So when you notice that resistance, how do you meet it?
Like, oh, I basically like, yeah, girl. You know you you know you do what you need to do. What's the hold up? Like I question myself, you know. Um, I can't say I always have an answer, but it's mm, we talked about the being overly me being overly clean and like OCD. And I think a lot of that triggers me is to clean up as much as I do. But it seems like when you do, you're not doing enough, you know.
Yeah. Well, tonight we definitely gonna release that, and that kind of goes back to the theme of "Am I the drama?" So oftentimes we create these stories about ourselves through self-sabotage. When you doubt, fear, worry, or stress about things, that's something. It's reprogramming your thinking. It's programming your thinking to be basically on that vibration level to continue to attract maybe some additional things that come your way if you go down that path and sit in it. Okay. Um, we're going to take some time and journal today about just some of these behaviors that we exhibit and like the things that we say to ourselves to really just jot it out on paper, be comfortable, allow yourself to flow freely. It's again non-judgment, and you can share whatever it is that you want to share from your journaling insert. But tonight we're definitely going to go ahead and work on releasing that. So I have a journaling prompt for us to go ahead and do. And that journaling prompt is going to be, and I can put it on the screen and type it too. Let's get it. I'm sorry.
I know
So
you
the
fine.
prompt is, am I the drama or am I simply reacting to an unhealed version of me? So
Oh, I get it.
yeah, I want to encourage some reflection on this, really deep thinking, on maybe some repeated emotional loops that you may experience, no matter the situation, right? What are those repeated themes that you see from yourself when you get frustrated? Um, what are these internal stories that you're telling yourself? And then what are the opportunities for new responses for that, okay?
Okay.
So let me
Okay.
grab it. I'll put in a chat for you too and display the screen so then that way you know the journaling prompt.
Listen, I'm trying to find a clean page. Um,
Anything start coming to mind when I mention that, the prompt for this evening?
yes.
Uh,
Let's see. Now, what is going on today? Well, I'm a pen don't want to work. But you saying pen in the room? You saying pen in the room?
looks like I can't do that, but I'll drop it in the chat for our whiteboard and you'll be able to get it from there. Let's see.
It's interesting how you phrase that question.
Yeah. You know, this can be anything on how you're looking at things. It could be finances, working out, right? Relationships. You know, do you see a repeated pattern? Is it
Mm-hmm.
still unhealed version that comes out? And what kind of emotional loops does this cause? And what are the stories that you're telling yourself when this causes that? And then we're gonna rewrite it, okay? We're gonna rewrite and give ourselves some new stories to tell.
Okay.
So I am no, okay. I just dropped the journal prompt in the chat.
Okay, right? He would have got me a pen and got the pen in his hand, asked me what. Am I the drama?
Okay, you got that.
Well,
And what we can do, we're gonna take about 10 minutes to journal this out. The time is 8:53. Um, well, about 12 minutes. So it's 8:55 Central Standard Time on my end. Let's come back at 9:05, so 10:05 your time, okay?
okay.
Okay.
Right. Look,
All right, Alicia, we at time. Do you need any more time?
no, man.
Okay, we're going to turn off the music. Cool. All right. Let me stop sharing this thing. How did that feel?
And I'm really answering questions that I ain't gonna say never thought the answers. To ask myself, but it's giving me insight on myself to be able to speak it.
Good, good. Yeah, that's what this is about right now. So, let's go ahead and take some time to reflect and share. So, if you're comfortable with sharing, um, what surprised you?
So the question was, am I the drama, or am I simply reacting to the unhealed version of me? So I said, I'm both. That was surprising to myself because at first I was leaning more towards I'm reacting to the unhealed version of myself, but I had to be real with myself. I have both characteristics. Um, I I say somewhere in my adolescent years, I grew up and I went into fight or flight mode. I always fussed. Okay, so I never thought that, that I was good enough. Um, I have a tendency to question love, no matter whom it's coming from, because I never felt like I belonged. I said other times I am reacting to an unhealed version of myself. I take my pain, my frustration, and my anger out on those around me. I get irritated and agitated. They make me become mute and stubborn. This causes me to overreact and be rebellious in my relationships. I fight to be heard. I do not want to be silenced. As a mother, this causes me to forge walls between myself and my kids because I'm an isolator and I'm used to wallowing in my misery until I break free like a phoenix and rise. Um, this leaves me tired and drained, performing out of duty and obligation rather than love and affection. I notice that I crave love, but I do not know how to be loved. I self-sabotage and I overthink.
Wow, that's powerful. What truth did you uncover about this?
Admitting that all of those things, there was a real truth eye opener for me because in a regular conversation, I don't know if I could have done it. But given the time to reflect and be prompted like that, it was easier for the answer to come. I was not in denial about anything.
And how does that make you feel?
Empowered. Um, and it like we discussed in another session. I feel like I can reclaim and take my power back. I can say that honestly, lately, the last couple months, I have been making my business to work on myself. Um, because I did so I realized how I must sound and perceive myself to my family, you know what I'm saying? Based off my actions. I don't want to be like that because I keep saying I deserve, my children deserve a healed parent.
How might this awareness shift your energy this week?
By making me think before I react, um, it might help shift more towards positive um outcomes because now I know what I'm doing to myself. I'm aware. So consciously, I've always known, but mentally, I never wanted to admit none of it. So now I can use it as a building block.
Yeah, that sounds like freedom. It sounds like you're taking back your power, as you stated earlier.
Mhm.
And that's what it's about. So, congratulations to you. Glad you were able to unlock some things about yourself and course correct it. The step to healing, the unhealed version, the hurt version of us is not to run away from it. It's to actually go towards it. So that's just like what we just got done doing.
Mhm.
I'll share something with you as well. I'll share mine. Actually, it was really similar to what you said. It was kind of scary. Um, so I wrote down a prompt, right? Am I the drama or am I simply reacting to an unhealed version of me? I said, for starters, for me, that's a powerful question. And I think about my reaction to things in life. When I think about it, I want to say it's my unhealed version that causes me to react through questioning my worth and at times causing chaos. I notice I'm quick to shut down and create narratives in my head that should not exist. This oftentimes leads to resentment. So it's a domino effect that I notice that it happens. My mind is very quick to go to fight or flight mode. And you mentioned
Mhm.
it earlier, which basically makes me tense up and react from a place of fear. Do I want to be this way? No, no. Do I want to be this way? No. So I've noticed how my responses actually again are a ripple effect and they impact like my mind, my body, and my soul.
Mhm. Bless you.
Bless you, Jada. Um, and similar to these thoughts, like I said, it's a ripple effect. Now it is quite tiresome. What I've noticed, like I do get tired of reacting from this unhealed version. And I believe this reaction actually stems from being hurt by the people throughout my life. So
Mhm.
it causes me to be like stuck in this loop, to be defensive all the time.
Mhm.
And not really listen or notice red flags or something like that.
Well,
Um,
my favorite thing to say, not going for nothing strange.
Not going for who?
Nothing strange.
Yeah, yeah, right. Just noticing it and setting those boundaries and stuff. And that's why I notice like I've been hurt by so many people that a lot of it is on me because I didn't set the proper boundaries, but I didn't know because
Mm-hmm.
self-worth was low and I just didn't want people to love me, you know. Um, but that just being hurt so often by people that just is leading to this loop that's in my head and causing this fight and flight mode that makes me
Mm-hmm.
react from an unhealed version of myself. Um, but some things that an opportunity for me in this area would be to have a new response to it. So to have a positive thought process, like to shift my thoughts. And I know
Mm-hmm.
human, like our minds have 80% negative thoughts, but when you're aware of it, and especially since we're talking about it, now I can start unlocking that part and really be able to start shifting my intention to be more
Mm-hmm.
positive and say certain phrases. Like I wrote down some informations to this, and I said, I am safe, seen, and secure. I am whole, healthy, and complete. I am in control, and I take my power back. See, you mentioned power earlier. And then what I noticed from that though, the shift that happened, I noticed that when I was writing that stuff down about just this unhealed version, I was tense. Like I could feel it in my veins and my nervous system. And when I started saying those affirmations to myself and like really feeling it, like I felt a sense of peace, a sense of calmness come over me. That's what I want to tap into more, you know. That's
Mm-hmm.
that felt good to me. I know it had to be soothing to that unhealed version of me, which is that child, you know, embracing her. Um, I also let's see what I wrote down. Hold on for a minute. All right, cool. Let's see. So, so that's like, I just got done telling you, but that is what I noticed. And my nervous system, I notice how it does get tense when I'm in that fight or flight mode. And if I decide to sit in that, then I'm gonna be in this loop. So now that I'm gonna have awareness towards it, I'm not gonna say I can do it all the time, but it's a practice. I'm gonna practice it. Um, Finding myself to be intentional and go ahead and say those little affirmations to myself because I like how that felt, girl. That felt peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
So even with just writing this again, like it felt peaceful. So that's a takeaway and that's an energy shift for an opportunity coming this week.
Yes. I want to do the finger snap so bad.
Yeah, we did. Go ahead. Uh, so now that we've done this, now I want to lead us through a 5 minute guided meditation where we're going to focus on releasing what it is that we just wrote down and accepting who we are while we release the blame. Because guess what? It's not your fault. It is not your fault, girl. Let that go. I let it go. Now we're at a point that we're becoming more self-aware. So now we have new tools to be able to fight and reprogram some of this thinking and from what we saw and what we heard and what we were told. Okay. So let me know when you're ready. I want you to get into a comfortable position.
Okay. I'm ready to.
Cool. All right, like I said, we're gonna do 5 minutes and we're gonna release self-judgment and invite compassion. So let's kick things off. I want you to close your eyes and start to focus your attention on your breath. And as you focus your attention on the breath, I want you to notice how with each inhale, there's a cooling sensation in your nose. And with each exhale, there's a warming sensation. Notice and allow, no judgment. So breathe in, breathe out, breathe in through your nose, release out your mouth. And now I want you to shift your focus from your breath, the sensation, to now the space of awareness. Be aware of your breath. And I want you to breathe in awareness and release blame. So breathe in through your nose, awareness. Release blame. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your mouth. And as you inhale awareness, I want you to start scanning yourself from the top of your head as we work ourselves throughout the body. Scan those thoughts that you have in your mind. Don't judge them. Allow it. Do you notice any tension in your head right now or anywhere in your body?
In my jawline.
Okay. Well, let's focus our intention and go down towards up to our jawline. And I want you to breathe in your jawline. I want you to breathe in awareness again. Release blame. Breathe in awareness. Release blame. So your jaw area, it can get tense, right? It's a signal of like your nervous system. And it's also a part of your throat. So, are you saying what it is that you need to say? Are you showing up for that inner child of you? Are you showing up for you? Now, remember, being able to speak up for yourself and ask for help or, just talk. That's soothing and healthy in itself because the more you hold things in, the more likely it is for you to blow up and have resentment or make it something that is going to be a negative reaction if you don't speak up. So really breathe in that awareness into that jawline and release blame. And send some air to it. Send some love to that area. Breathe in. Breathe out. Next, I want you to focus your attention on your throat. And I want you to do the same. I want you to send some love and awareness to that. So you're going to breathe in awareness. Exhale blame. Breathe in awareness. Exhale blame. Now move down to your shoulder area and notice how it feels. Is it tense? Is it loose? We want to relax it. So you're going to breathe in some air into your shoulders and also your neck. I got signs for me to start moving my neck. So we're going to breathe in, release. Breathe into this area, awareness. Exhale, blame. Now I wanted you to focus your intention on your heart. And you're going to do the same again. Breathe in awareness. Exhale, blame. Inhale, awareness. Exhale, blame. Now I want you to focus your intention to your stomach area, to your solar plexus area, which is all about creativity and self-confidence. Let's breathe some love, some positivity, some awareness into this area, and let's release whatever blame or negative stories that we're telling ourselves. So inhale through your nose, awareness, Release blame. Inhale awareness. Release blame. Now I want you to focus your intention down into your hip area where we store a lot of our trauma and these memories that we're holding on to. So we want to be extra intentional with this, cover this area with love and again awareness and release blame. Feel free to massage it too and move it around. But I want you to inhale. Inhale awareness. You control this. Exhale blame. Forgiving yourself, forgiving others who have crossed or did you wrong, forgiving past traumas, forgiving generational traumas. Inhale awareness. Exhale blame. Now you're going to focus your attention onto your legs, the calf area. Our legs help to walk and guide us throughout the day. You know, we can't do much with our legs. So let's definitely shower with some love and some awareness. Anything that we may feel like we did wrong to it, we're going to release it. You know, it's been there to hold us up all this time since you were born. So inhale awareness. Exhale blame. Inhale awareness. Exhale blame. Now the last place on our body is our feet. Let's definitely show some gratitude to our feet because you ever try to do something with your foot and it's messed up, like that's on a whole nother level. So let's be grateful for our feet carrying us all these years too. We're going to inhale awareness, thankful, gratitude, and release blame, shame, hurt, transgressions, anything. Release that. Inhale through your nose. Release out your mouth. Again, inhale awareness. Release blame. Now I want you to slowly say out of your mouth with each breath, you're allowing your heart to soften. So continue to breathe and understand that you are not your mistakes. You are your growth. Let me repeat that. You are not your mistakes. You are actually your growth. Repeat silently. I choose truth over defense. I choose peace over drama. I want you to feel the calm of acceptance and allow it to wash over you. So repeat that silently again. I choose truth over defense. Breathe in. Breathe out. I create peace over drama. Breathe in. Breathe out.
Stop.
So now you can come back into the room, open your eyes, and move your hands side to side, your neck if you choose to. So that's going to kind of come to an end of our first kickoff to our journaling, Monday night journaling circle, where we talked about Am I the Drama? Journal, breathe, reflected, and replace these thoughts. I want to remind you that this space is for awareness and not for shame. So I want you to carry your reflections throughout the week. And don't forget, share the Eventbrite link with your friends and family members. And next week's theme is going to be about reset and reflect. How was that for you? Malika, you still there? Can you hear me?
Yes,
So how was that for you?
very exhilarating.
Cool. Well, I want you to carry that feeling throughout the week. Remember what we did tonight. I wish you the best throughout the week, and I hope to see you next week. Don't forget to share. Thank you for allowing me to share the space with you tonight and with you.
Thank you for spreading your wonderful service.
I appreciate it. All right, let me stop recording.